Hello guys, MonkeyBot here, and it's been a while since I've done one of these discussion videos, but I think it's time for another one, and we need to start talking about this DLC and where the hell is it? So we're going to be discussing it and seeing if it's still possible to come out in the year 2024 or if it's going to be delayed all the way till next year in January, February. I really hope that's not the case, because I am feeling such a burnout at the moment with this game, and I need something fresh to get my hands on. But let's discuss and let's talk on the evidence, and let's see if this is still possible to see this year. But before we get into it, let's do the usual YouTuber stuff. If you could like and subscribe to the channel, that would be a really big help. I'm sure you hear this every day with every video, but honestly, it really does help the channel out. That being said, let's get straight into the video. And the first thing I want to be talking about today is Creative Assembly's Christmas break, because that is not actually that far away. In fact, it's a lot closer than I think people think it is. So I've gone into a bit of digging, and I found the last Total War blog that was released in 2023, as you can see on the screen right here. That was on December the 14th, which with today of recording, it's now the 20th of November. That is only what, 3.5 weeks away. That's really not far, and that gives them no buffer room to fix the DLC if there are any issues on release. And let's be honest, there's going to be many issues, so it's not looking like a good start, to be honest. So if that's the case, the DLC will have to be released within the next 2 weeks, meaning we're going to get a trailer either this week or beginning of next week, if we can have enough time between the trailer dropping and the actual DLC dropping, and still give them enough time to fix up any bugs or issues that are happening on launch. And then they're going to go on Christmas break, and we won't be seeing them for another 3 weeks to a month, maybe early to mid-January for when they come back with their first blog. So already, yeah, it's not looking good for this DLC coming out this year. But maybe there is a little bit of hope. Maybe we can still see it within this year. So let's talk about Thrones of Decay and how their release schedule was implemented, and let's see if that's still possible in the time frame that we have. So I have the announcement trailer here going live on the screen, and as you can see, they released it on the 9th of April 2024. Following this, they had multiple videos on all three of the legendary lords coming out every few days or so, and then the full DLC was then released on April the 30th. That gave them 21 days to release their DLC, and then there was a couple of weeks of hot fixes and patches to try and fix quite a few of the bugs that had come alongside it, mainly due to the Dwarven rework and some things. I think Elspeth and Tamacon definitely had a few bugs there as well, but I think it was mainly the Dwarfs, if I am not mistaken. So yes, 21 days, but then you also need another week on top of that to get the hot fixes in, and that leads it up to about 28 days. For those of you that don't know, announcement trailers always seem to be dropping on a Tuesday. Obviously that's not fixed, that's not law. They could change that at any point, but going by the patterns we have seen before, Tuesday is always the day that they do drop their trailers, which means the earliest we can see the trailer will now be the 26th of November, towards the end of the month. And then if we follow the 3-week release schedule, that will take us all the way to the 17th of December, which is already later than the 14th of December, where the last blog was released in 2023. So it's already a little bit later than that. But even then, that only gives them really 3 days till the end of the week to hotfix any major bugs that have been implemented within the DLC. And I can guarantee you there's going to be a lot of them. And then the week after that is Christmas. So they definitely can't do that the week after, because the 24th is the Tuesday after that, and they're definitely not going to be releasing a DLC that late into the holiday season. So this is a really, really tight frame if they are going to release this DLC this year. If we do not see the DLC next Tuesday, so that's Tuesday the 26th of November, I'm sorry guys, but we're not going to get this DLC this year. And even then, I still don't feel super confident that we're still going to get it in December. Hopefully I am wrong. Hopefully there will be a surprise coming around the corner, but I am starting to lose my hopes. I know the size of these DLCs are much bigger than they were in Warhammer 2, so the work that needs to go into this DLCs is huge in comparison. But they do have a bigger team. As we now know that CA Sophia is working on this DLCs as well, so it kind of balances it out. So at the end, yeah, I don't really understand why it's taking them so long at the moment. It's been so long since Throne to Decay, and I know we've got a lot of good patches along the way. Like, we got another Dwarven rework, and there's been lots of bug fixes. We've even got a mini Ogre Kingdom rework, although I hope we're going to get a much bigger one when the DLC is released. So I did think it was a bit odd that they implemented that a bit early, unless it's going to be delayed. And then I would kind of understand why they implemented the Ogre Kingdoms mini rework so close to the DLC. The only other option I can think of, and this is a far stretch, but maybe they might have a split release. Because now that they're selling the 3 Legendary Lords individually, rather than you have to buy all 3 Legendary Lords within the same DLC pack, you can now buy them individually like you did in Thrones of Decay. There is a possibility that they will release 2 Legendary Lords now and 1 Legendary Lord after the new year. Like, that is a possibility that probably no one has ever thought of. Maybe they are struggling with one of the Legendary Lords. Maybe it is really tricky to get right. I don't know which one there's going to be. But yeah, that is another possibility to consider, a split release. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. It's just something that popped into my head, so I thought, why not say it? And it might be a bit crazy, but whatever. It could happen. So that is a possibility that we could get some content at the beginning of this year. Anyway, guys, I'm going to conclude this video here. I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys because I was really upset that we didn't get the announcement trailer this week because, yeah, I felt like this week was the last week to get it before Christmas. So there is a tiny bit of hope, like I've been saying, but yes, it's definitely not as hopeful as it was on Tuesday this week when I was expecting the trailer to drop, along with many of you guys that I've seen on Reddit. It seems like, what is it, the meme at the moment? Like, the public order is going down for everyone. Yeah, I get that feeling. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are as frustrated as I am, please do let me know. But if you're actually okay with it and you want to be patient with the DLC, that's absolutely fine. Like, I know if there are problems, we do want them to be released in a good state. But yeah, at the same time, like I said earlier, I'm getting a bit of burnout. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.